Well, it's a cosmic connection. The lights of the planetarium set to the out of this world groove of WJCT's Electro Lounge. Here to tell us about this is our resident spaceman, Eddie Whisler. He's the planetarium director at the Museum of Science and History. Hi, Eddie.
Hello.
Hello. Also, David Luckin, station manager here at WJCT and host of the Electro Lounge. Hi, David.
Good morning.
So tell us, gentlemen, if you can, how did this crazy fusion come about between the Electro Lounge and the lights of the planetarium?
Well, ever since we started the Electro Lounge 20 years ago, because we play so much space music, I always wanted to do something with the planetarium. I thought this music and the planetarium is a perfect partnership. 20 years later, Eddie was coming in for First Coast Connect. I said, hey, Eddie, how about we do something together?
It only took 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom. And he's not remembering, but we actually, it's been longer than, well, not 20 years because I haven't even been at the museum for 20 years. That's just been his dream. But it was even before I came into First Coast Connect that we had touched on the idea at some time in the past. But anyways, now I have this awesome curated, close to an hour's worth of music that I got from David with, NASA chatter and other stuff built in to help the transition between songs and just tell the story. And we're busy programming all of the visuals that are going to be on a full 60-foot dome overhead for the audience.
Is this an experience that tells a story, or is it really just kind of an immersive, we want to chill out and look at some beautiful images from the cosmos?
It's both. So you're
That's what I was
definitely
gonna
going to
say.
get
It's
the
both.
one.
Yeah.
But there is an overarching story from beginning to end, and then each individual song kind of tells a story. Either, I'll just leave it at that without giving anything away for sure.
You chose you're a news junkie in addition to being a
Totally.
crazy music head. So did you want to wrap this around any particular part of space history?
It basically wraps around Apollo 11, doesn't it? That's pretty much our focus.
Yeah, a lot of the
And
Apollo
that's just
stuff.
because when I was putting it together, the net sound from then is so good. I mean, we've got Nixon calling the astronauts, "Hello, Buzz, Wally," and it's just you smile when you hear it because it takes you right back to that night. I remember the night really well in July. So it's kind of a great escape, and it's a little journey and education on Apollo 11,
And
Yeah.
but not real. It's not real. How do I say this?
It's not focused on.
Thank
It's
you.
not focused on the moon. It's something. It's like a touch point that we keep coming back
Yeah.
to. There are things throughout that David built in that are, you keep returning to, even though we're telling this other story.
Yeah.
You come back in a little tiny circle. It's a lot of fun to be able to program visuals for.
is it just a visual experience? Are there words that kind of explain what we're looking at, or is it more
That's where the net sound comes in.
okay?
Yeah,
I
that's where
gotcha.
our news actualities.
What about the music element? I mean, what songs were you prioritizing? I know that a lot of times, all the time, Electro Lounge has these themes that it
Right.
works into, whether they're explicit or implicit.
It's just that I had a lot of music dealing with space. We have one where this lady says, "I went up to visit an ancient astronaut." Everything, it just came together in my head. It's hard to put into words. The way I work is I usually hear something or see something, a vision, and then I make it happen. So getting with Eddie, I had a few ideas, but he's
The
the
musical
master at that.
card catalog of your brain is,
It's fair. There's people who know a lot more than me,
yeah.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning. This is an event
and it's almost sold out. So buy your
on March
tickets.
8th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the details. How can people do it if they want to do it?
So you have to get tickets through. You could go to WJCT's website. You can go to the Mosh website. All clicks for tickets lead you to our ticket provider online, and you can get tickets. They're $25, and it'll be that evening. The doors open at 7:30 to the museum, and we'll have a bar. There'll be the exhibits, and everybody can cruise around the museum until 8:30, where we'll open up the planetarium doors, and then music will get started shortly thereafter. We're bringing in concert sound, somebody who has worked with us, Pat Shoemaker with Shoemaker Sound Company, is going to be bringing in his setup for our planetarium. He's been with us so many times in the planetarium for live and all this other, and so it's just going to be spectacular visuals and sound.
Kids, no kids. What's the age range here for audience?
I would say it's suggested 13 and up for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
An evening event, and you do get free admission to the museum as you go into this, and you're allowed to wander around because there's some cool exhibits.
Yeah, allowed to wander around, and there's an hour to do so. So you wouldn't be able to do anything except for tease yourself to come back and see us when you have more of the time, for
Is
sure.
this the first of many collaborations, or do we have to wait another 2 decades, David, to
I
see
am
some
not.
action on this?
I'm happy just to get this one off the ground. Maybe we'll sell so many tickets we'll have to do an encore presentation. But
Huh.
at this point, get tickets, come on out, and forget the news. We give you news all week long. This is kind of Eddie's and my way of giving everyone a little escape.
A little break. March 8th. Get your tickets. Eddie Whisler, David Luckin, thanks so
Thank
much
you.
for being here.